contradict,
矛盾する、反論する。
contradict. He didn't want to contradict his teacher, so he stayed quiet. He didn't want to contradict his teacher, so he stayed quiet. Faulty,
不完全な、欠陥のある。
faulty. The machine is faulty, so it needs to be fixed. The machine is faulty, so it needs to be fixed. Conceal,
隠す。隠蔽する。
conceal. She managed to conceal her disappointment with a smile. She managed to conceal her disappointment with a smile. Enact,
制定する、実行する。
enact. The government will enact new laws. The government will enact new laws. Excerpt,
抜粋、引用。
excerpt. I read an excerpt from the book in the magazine. I read an excerpt from the book in the magazine. Additive,
添加物、付加物。
additive. Some foods contain harmful additives that affect health. Some foods contain harmful additives that affect health. Antiquity,
古代、古さ。
antiquity. The museum displayed many items of great antiquity. The museum displayed many items of great antiquity. Deport,
追放する。
deport. He was deported after his visa expired. He was deported after his visa expired. Collaborate,
協力する、共同作業をする。
collaborate. The two companies will collaborate on the new project. The two companies will collaborate on the new project. Prodigy,
振動、天才。
prodigy. She is a musical prodigy, playing the piano like a master. She is a musical prodigy, playing the piano like a master. Nuisance,
厄介者、迷惑な存在。
nuisance. The loud noise from the street was a real nuisance. The loud noise from the street was a real nuisance. Approximately,
およそ、約。
approximately. The building is approximately 100 years old. The building is approximately 100 years old. Subscription,
購読、会員登録。
subscription. I forgot to renew my subscription to the magazine. I forgot to renew my subscription to the magazine. assault,
暴行、攻撃。
assault. He was charged with assault after the fight. He was charged with assault after the fight. Sarcastic,
皮肉な、冷笑的。
sarcastic. His sarcastic remarks hurt her feelings. His sarcastic remarks hurt her feelings. Overlap,
重なる、重複する。
overlap. The two events overlap, so I can't attend both. The two events overlap, so I can't attend both. Compile,
まとめる、編集する。
compile. He needs to compile all the data for the report. He needs to compile all the data for the report. Skid,
滑る。
skid. The car began to skid on the icy road. The car began to skid on the icy road. Dormant,
休止している、活動休止中の。
dormant. The volcano has been dormant for over 200 years. The volcano has been dormant for over 200 years. Exotic,
異国風の。
exotic. She brought back exotic souvenirs from her trip. She brought back exotic souvenirs from her trip. Coordinate,
調整する、まとめる。
coordinate. We need to coordinate the schedule with everyone. We need to coordinate the schedule with everyone. Irrational,
非合理的な、不合理な。
irrational. His behavior was completely irrational, making no sense. His behavior was completely irrational, making no sense. Memoir,
回顧録、自伝。
memoir. She wrote a memoir about her time living abroad. She wrote a memoir about her time living abroad. Generosity,
寛大さ、気前の良さ。
generosity. His generosity was well known throughout the community. His generosity was well known throughout the community. Controversial,
物議を醸す、論争を引き起こす。
controversial. The topic of the debate was highly controversial. The topic of the debate was highly controversial. Token,
象徴、記念品。
token. He gave her a small token of his appreciation. He gave her a small token of his appreciation. discipline,
規律、訓練、
discipline. He needed to learn some discipline to improve his work. He needed to learn some discipline to improve his work. Skull,
頭蓋骨、
skull. The skull was found during the archaeological dig. The skull was found during the archaeological dig. Nomadic,
遊牧の、放浪の、
nomadic. The nomadic tribe moved from place to place. The nomadic tribe moved from place to place. Evacuate,
避難する、避難させる、
evacuate. We need to evacuate the building due to the fire alarm. We need to evacuate the building due to the fire alarm. Insight,
洞察、見識、
insight. His insight into the problem helped us find a solution. His insight into the problem helped us find a solution. Concession,
譲歩、容認、
concession. They offered a concession to end the strike. They offered a concession to end the strike. Hypothetical,
仮説の仮定の、
hypothetical. That idea is purely hypothetical at this stage. That idea is purely hypothetical at this stage. Majestic,
荘厳な、堂々とした、
majestic. The view of the mountains was truly majestic. The view of the mountains was truly majestic. Scrap,
断片、
scrap. He threw away the scrap of paper without looking at it. He threw away the scrap of paper without looking at it. Cosmopolitan,
国際的な、
cosmopolitan. She enjoys the cosmopolitan atmosphere of the city. She enjoys the cosmopolitan atmosphere of the city. Trek,
長い旅、徒歩旅行、
trek. They went on a long trek through the mountains. They went on a long trek through the mountains. Breakthrough,
突破口、
breakthrough. The company's research led to a major breakthrough in medicine. The company's research led to a major breakthrough in medicine. Expire,
期限が切れる、終了する、
expire. My passport will expire next month. My passport will expire next month. Revenue,
収入、
Revenue. The company's revenue increased by 20% this year. The company's revenue increased by 20% this year. Utterance.
発言、言葉。
Utterance. His utterance shocked everyone in the room. His utterance shocked everyone in the room. Gross.
総計の粗い。
Gross. The gross sales were higher than last year. The gross sales were higher than last year. Consequence.
結果、影響。
Consequence. The consequence of his actions was a suspension from school. The consequence of his actions was a suspension from school. Boast.
自慢する、誇る。
Boast. He likes to boast about his achievements. He likes to boast about his achievements. Solitude.
孤独、一人ぼっち。
Solitude. He enjoys the solitude of living in the mountains. He enjoys the solitude of living in the mountains. Temper.
気質、気性。
Temper. Her temper flared when she heard the news. Her temper flared when she heard the news. Epidemic.
流行病、疫病。
Epidemic. The flu became an epidemic in the city. The flu became an epidemic in the city. Subordinate.
従属している、下位の。
Subordinate. In the company, my role is subordinate to the manager's position. In the company, my role is subordinate to the manager's position. Censorship.
検閲、検閲制度。
Censorship. The government has strict censorship on the media. The government has strict censorship on the media. Profound.
深い、深遠な。
Profound. Her speech had a profound impact on the audience. Her speech had a profound impact on the audience.